Sherman and Tingle in the morning.
Nothing against any of the other decades, but there was something about 80s music. It just felt good.
You know why? Because it was happy.
I mean, all of the
lyrics were silly. You didn't have to think. You just had fun.
Something about
80s
you.
80s pop and new wave.
Couldn't tell you what the hell the song was about, just other than something about you.
Yeah, something about you. Scandal.
Oh, did I love her. Hattie Smythe. Oh, she had all the makeup on. She was dressed up like a cat. I was having feelings that I didn't know or understand what they were at the time.
What's happening here? Yeah. What's that?
I don't know why I like that, but I like that. What was that, 84? So I was like 7, and I'm like, why do I like that? It's Scritti Politti.
Perfect way.
Makes you feel good. The subject of feel good. I mean, Howard Jones. Those songs put you in a good mood no matter what they were. Howard Jones is actually coming by for a... Whoa. That was only get better, right? There it is.
That's it right there.
The Let It Go show. He's coming by with Berlin. Remember Berlin? And also Culture Club at the Credit One Union Amphitheater in Tinley Park on August 3rd.
80s fest of fun.
Isn't that awesome? So you can live out the 80s right there, and he actually joins us. Howard, the one and only Howard Jones right now. Good morning, Howard.
Hello.
Howard, how are you, sir?
Sherman and Tingle.
Oh, what a
very good, thank you.
What an honor to talk to you.
Good, thank you.
I'm glad that you're coming back to Chicago. The thing about you, Howard Jones, all of your songs, they all put you in a great mood. That's the nice thing about Howard Jones.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad they do. I'm glad I've always wanted to write songs that lift people's spirits, you know.
Howard, when I have backyard parties in my neighborhood like I had last weekend, we sit around and we listen to music from the 80s. What is it about 80s music that makes it so great?
Well, I think it was an incredible time. It was the end of punk, so you had the energy of that carrying over. You had MTV exploding. You had radio on fire, and we had all these new instruments to play. You know, we had synthesizers and drum machines, and there was all new stuff to make in studios to make new sounds. And I think that all added up to something new and very exciting, and it just exploded.
And plus, it was fun.
What do you feel?
There was a specific sound to it that just makes you happy. I can't explain it, but it just made you happy. There's songs today, obviously, that make you happy, but back in the 80s, it was very, very prominent. And I didn't know if that was something that was, all right, you have to put out this vibe. When you make a song, it's got to be happy.
Well, for me, I wanted to write songs that lifted people's spirits, and when you're going through a tough time and you need a boost, the music can really do that. And I wanted to write songs that did that. Known as Things That Only Get Better and Like to Get to Know You Well and a new song. I just wanted people to feel positive about having control over their life and moving forward and not being put off by difficult things that happen.
I was always jealous of you, Howard Jones, because of how well you could play the piano and the synthesizers and all that. And you were playing since you were 7. Were you just one of those prodigies that just picked it up immediately? Or did you really have to work many, many years?
Yeah, did you have lessons?
Yeah, I did have lessons, and I definitely didn't think of myself as a prodigy at all. I hated practicing the piano when I first started, because the teacher I had was a bit boring, and I'd rather be out kicking a ball around and playing soccer or whatever. But then I heard some songs on the radio, and I came to the piano and was able to pick out the tunes and play the song I was hearing on the radio. And from that moment, they couldn't keep me away from it. I became obsessed, and I used to practice like 3 or 4 hours a day. I mean, it was probably unhealthy, really, but it sort of paid off in the end. But I just became, music was my thing. It's the way I could communicate with people, and play. And I started composing my own tunes when I was like 14, and it was in bands at school, and I didn't think of I just kept working at it, really, and the same with the singing. I didn't have anybody to sing my songs, so I thought, I've got to learn to do that myself. So I started working on that, and, you just keep going, don't you?
Howard, you're coming here on August 3rd, Tinley Park with Culture Club in Berlin. How did you pick those bands, and how well do you know them?
Well, I know George really well because we've done concerts, and I've met him loads of times, and I've met Terry as well. I think she's absolutely amazing performer, and I knew I wanted to tour during the summer, and we were offered quite a few, tours to go on, and I kept saying no, it's not right for me. And then suddenly this tour turned up, and I thought, this is absolutely perfect. You've got 3 incredible bands for the fans, and all those songs that they're going to hear, and I'm totally excited about this, and can't wait to start on July 13th. It's going to be amazing.
Well, we actually have tickets for people to win to that show right now. Howard Jones, every time we talk to somebody famous, we like to do something with them called Match 1.
Let me explain to you what Match 1 is, Howard. So I have 5 completely random questions here. Totally random questions. Silly fun. Your job is to answer the questions, and then we're going to ask a listener the same questions. If they can match one answer with you, they win tickets to your show. Are you up for the challenge?
Yes, I am.
Sherman and Tingle ask 5 questions, but all you need to do is match 1.
Get ready to match one.
Match 1 on the drive.
It's an easy game to play. We have 5 random questions here. We're going to ask a celebrity, Howard Jones, these questions. We're going to ask you these same 5 questions. If you can match one answer with Howard Jones, you win.
All right, same guy that's saying all these songs. Yeah, hopefully you can match one here. He's on the line right now. He cannot hear you, Cindy. These questions, hopefully you can answer one that he matches. Cindy in New Lenox. Are you ready to match one?
Yes, I am.
All right, Cindy. Number 1, what 80s pop band do you think partied the hardest?
Pop band. Let's go with Howard Jones' band. Let's do him.
Okay, I'm going to say Howard. All right. Number 2, what is love?
One of his songs? Or one of the phrases from one of his songs?
Just, what is love?
An elusive feeling.
A what?
An elusive feeling.
Okay. I would have said from Wedding Crashers, it's a soul's recognition of its counterpoint in another. That's my answer would have been.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have that one memorized.
what would
Sorry.
Howard say? That's all.
Elusive feeling. All right. Number 3, what is the first letter of the most common curse word people use when they stub their toe?
F.
S. Are you saying S as in Steve?
F as in Frank.
Oh, F as in Frank. Okay, F as in Frank. Okay. Number 4, besides Howard Jones, name anyone famous with the last name Jones.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. Okay. And number 5, if Boy George, Billy Idol, and Howard Jones were stranded on an island together, who would be the hunter, who would be the gatherer, and who would just sit on the beach and say, well, this effing sucks?
I'm going to say Billy Idol will hunt. Culture Club guy will gather.
Okay.
And Howard Jones will sit on the beach and get a suntan.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
Sounds
That's
good.
All right, so there's your answers. Howard Jones, 80s icon, has been on hold. He has not heard any of your answers. Let's go to Howard Jones and see how he answers to see if you truly, indeed, match one and go to the show. Howard Jones, are you ready to match one?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1, what 80s pop band partied the hardest?
Well, Spandau Ballet.
Okay. Number 2, what is love?
What is love? Love is letting people be just what they want to be.
Okay. Number 3, what is the first letter of the most common curse word people use when they stub their toe?
S.
Okay. Number 4, besides Howard Jones, name anyone famous with the last name Jones.
Nora.
Okay. And number 5, If Boy George, Billy Idol, and Howard Jones were stranded on an island together, who would be the hunter, who would be the gatherer, and who would just sit on the beach and say, well, this effing sucks?
Right. Well, I think that's quite a cruel choice, really. I mean, I'll be the gatherer. Okay.
Okay.
And I guess Billy would be the hunter. And then that leaves one other position, but it seems very unfair.
Boy George is sitting on the beach saying, this effing sucks. All right.
Well, hey, we won't bring that up when you head back here on August 3rd. You're going to be at the Credit One Amphitheater in Tinley Park. It's the 40th anniversary of your career launch in 1983 with your hit song, New Song. Howard Jones, what an honor to talk to you today. Thank you so much for calling up, and thanks for also playing Match 1.
Well, thank you very much. It was challenging but great.
Take care, Howard.
Okay, all the best.
You know, it doesn't happen very often that somebody doesn't match one, Cindy. And you were one of those
Yeah,
teams.
I know that. So I feel like quite the dunce right now.
No.
Cindy, guess what?
You're not
She's
going
not-
to hang up on
she's
me
not in
and
the
No.
put me in the Not Even One Club?
We got an extra pair of tickets, Cindy.
Oh, how awesome. Thank you.
The Sherman and Tingle Show. Mornings on 97.1 FM The Drive, Chicago's classic rock.